Sometimes in life, we gotta do it hard. I was laying down. I told myself, you know what? Last week I started working out. Last week things really came about in a different dynamic for me. And I realized that's what causes aggression. When it's like life is not supposed to be that hard. If you actually listen to your intuition and listen to yourself, where it's today, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna relax and I'm gonna get some breathing moods, and I'm gonna breathing moods, don't worry about what that is, food as well. And if you are not happy doing what you're doing, it's not gonna work out. But also, that's the beauty in life of if you're able to say, okay, I am low energy, I need enough energy to do X, Y, and Z. Also, you're pushing yourself, where it's saying, I told myself I'm going to do this tomorrow, but I'm actually going to start doing this now. That aggression that we typically feel of, I gotta do this, goes away, where we actually learn something so beautiful in that moment. So it starts off as hard and difficult, and then it gets easier and easier and easier, where it's, hey, I learned a new trend. I learned how to speak up for myself. I learned how to trust myself. I learned something that's so amazing that I can't even share with people, right? I learned insight about myself. I learned I can actually do it. This is Bedroom Bliss. I just sit here and talk to myself in my bed. And my room is so stunning. I have flowers everywhere, and I'm getting more flowers. But it's really disturbing because people that actually come into my room are jealous. And it's hard for me to say that, like, people are jealous of me, and physically, a lot of them got more than me. But it's just the atmosphere of who you are, where it's not bragging. It's really just me understanding, because I'm talking to myself, and it's me coming to terms with, you have high quality life starting off right now. Imagine what's about to happen when you keep on pushing yourself, telling yourself, I can do this, I can do this, not settling for less. So on a dating website, right, app, I know you all have been on them or are familiar with them. Even social media can be dating, because listen, I got a whole bunch of people hitting me up on Snapchat, right? And so on this app, I had a conversation with somebody, right? And I'm at a point where I'm old enough to know, okay, this person's playing games. They just like dropped me their number, and I'm like, okay, Jamaican swag. And moving forward, I called them, they like rejected my call, and then they like send me a few texts today, and I'm like, what in the world? So I call them, after a few text messages were exchanged, I'm just like, yo, I called you, you're not like answering, I don't want to explain everything in detail, because detail from detail, it got pretty bad. This person, I guess, I called them, like, I was showing my face on FaceTime, and they weren't showing theirs. They showed they were in like this weird colored room, looked like a trap house. And the things they were saying, they kept on being like, you're mad, you're mad, you're mad. I'm like, yo, this person's so childish and immature, where I'm just like, this is exactly what I said in the messages. And so I blocked them, right? And come to find out, they took screenshots of me on FaceTime. Yeah, unbelievable. Took screenshots of me on FaceTime. And they sent me that, and it was definitely like a texting number. They sent it to me on a different number, and I blocked that number too. And I'm just like, is that the best you got? I'm like, first of all, I'm not texting a texting app number. I will unblock you and I'll text your real phone. And he was like, I'm going to blast you all over social media. I'm just like, and what he called me was like a fat bee. Not knowing I just started working out last week. You know what I mean? And not knowing that like, I have already been in transition where that confidence was already instilled in me. So that was something I was able to ignore. But the things I was saying to him, I'm like, let's meet up. You want to talk all this junk? Don't let this voice fool you. Let's meet up. You want to talk this junk? Cool. Let's meet up at a park, little son, little boy. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't... So he was probably scared, but then when I went on the phone, he definitely didn't show his face. So I'm like, yo, this man is just weird. He's not even a man. It probably seemed like he was like 17 playing games. So I'm like, yo, watch out. Watch out. Where it didn't get me mad at all. Like, certain spaces I'm very elevated in, but when I'm like going back and forth with somebody, I'm just trying to get their point of view. Although I'm saying like some serious stuff to them, where it's like, I don't think you understand who you're playing with. And I'm like 0 and 1,000 at the same time, because 1,000 got 3 zeros in there. You feel me? So like, you can't come at me disrespectfully. And also, I told you to leave me alone, because like, if you can't talk on the phone, where I was able to talk and converse and even video a few people, where I understand, okay, cool, it's not that time yet, but also I'm not sharing information with you if I'm unable to go on like Snapchat or like WhatsApp and video you. That means like you're hiding something. So at that point, like, if somebody just want to continue texting, then that's a catfish or a scam, you know? And what this person was like, oh, give me like a picture, drop me a picture and I'll give you some money. Like, that's what you're mad about. I'm like, what is wrong with this person? So it was just a whole bunch of disrespect going back and forth. I can actually read through people, and I hit below the belt where I know they were like pretty upset. And I just like left it at that, where it's like, sometimes you see the truth in people, where it's like, I know this person had experienced trauma sexually and probably was abused with it. That's why he's treating people, and especially women, in that way, where the first thing, like, I went on the phone, and I'm far from like, you know, I don't think I'm fat, and I know other people don't think I'm fat. I used to run cross country, like, come on now. And even some big people ran cross country, but I'm just letting you know, like, size 14, watch your mouth, you know what I mean? And so this person was just like having issues, and I knew that, and I came out of my zone where it was just like, I don't like holding in anything. And so everything that's not bothering me, but I'm going to get everything out, because I'm like, I'm going to finish my book. Matter of fact, I'm going to go take a nap. That's how peaceful I am. So you're going to make sure like you get every little bit of it that you deserve from me. So that's just the type of person I am, personality wise, and understanding that I have a higher perspective and quality of living. Therefore, I don't have to dwindle myself. Absolutely not. You're still going to get that same energy you put out, and I'm going to let you know the truth, where this person was not letting me know things that were true. So that's how I knew it was like one up on them, where it's, I knew things where I'm able to look at you and see like, this person's been through X, Y, and Z. This person's probably in a gang, you know what I mean? And things like that. So I'm just like, you know, since you have a better quality of life, that means you're supposed to have things from a higher standard and a higher perspective. And some people are going to be attracted to that. So just be mindful of your own space and what you're putting in, where it's like, I had about 20 something like unread messages. I seen their picture. I'm like, oh no. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't risk it with anybody, where it's like, you know, from this person's pictures, I'm like, you know what? This person got a little bit of cultural swag. Let me give somebody, you know what I mean? And when I was like chatting with them, there was no accent, there was nothing. So I'm like, something's off with this person. And so that's why they deserved what they deserved for even lying initially. And lying is going to get you where it's not saying I'm your match, but also a lot of high quality people are being involved into themselves and are taking time to really be able to uproot their foundation and create a new foundation, just like me, just like working out, just like dealing with different type of people, just like not going and surrounding myself and having standards, just like me not hurting myself anymore because other people are hurt, where it's, I'm gonna let you know what's going on so you can actually heal, you sex trafficking boy. Because that was the message and the calling that came into me, was this man was sexually abused, this man was sex trafficked, he's in a gang. That was the first thing. Also, I'm just like, I'm a type of person to ask questions and be like, what attracted you to me, first of all? You understand? Like, did somebody, like, you know what I mean? You know somebody that knows somebody where you just felt comfortable to take a screenshot of me? Where you're like, I probably spoke to this person. And even before that intuition and those messages came about, it was like, also, I'm the type of, like, who sent you? Who brought you here? And what made you message me is the real intent. You know, this person was like, I got options. Okay, cool. Also, what made you message me? What made you, like, I need to get understanding of those sort of things. And when I don't get those understandings and those questions answered, and it's just more disrespect, then at that point, all right, cool, I'm just gonna let you know this is why I can't deal with you. Not because you experienced trauma, but you are in a whole different realm of handling that, where you're taking this frustration out on women, where you're being a bully to women, where it's like, oh, you hit below the belt. There's no belt, first of all. I don't wear jeans. And if I wear them, I better not have to wear a belt. You know what I mean? So if you wear your, like, pants below the waist, I don't. I like to wear my leggings high up, and I like them high risen. So if you are dealing with a high quality person, just know it's all truth. And we have to be able to trust you. Unless you want a fake friendship, then you go with fake people. But I'm just letting you know, dealing with me, I know almost everything. Like, your aura's being read. So certain type of people shouldn't want to be in my space. Because I'm going to get to the root of you being honest, because people who are dishonest can't cover it up. Your mask eventually falls down. And if people are not around you when that mask falls down, it's going to be a terrible day. But I'm just letting you know, you can't be playing around with people, because you try to play around with me and then you got your lesson learned. So it is what it is. I don't have time to deal with that, but that's what happens when you're true quality. Everything is off. Like, I'm very open, you know what I mean? And it's not to every single body, because everybody don't deserve that openness. But if you ask me something, or if it's in that space of X, Y, and Z occurred, I can talk about anything. That's what having high quality is. You don't get mad about who you are or what you have done or what happened to you. It's true high quality. You don't have those emotions there. Whereas this is your experiences, and you're above those experiences because you know I am not what I go through. Where you've done that soul searching, you've done that emotional healing. Therefore, you're not going to allow anybody who hasn't done that to be equipped to speak to you in a certain manner. You have reached a further space on your soul process. But some of you don't even know what souls are. Just like that gentleman today. Sometimes when you are in a higher perspective, in a higher state, you're not meeting people on that same spectrum. You could be going to the right, they're going all the way left. But y'all are on that same minuscule of, I'm 30% on soul and this person is 30% on demon time. You get me? And y'all will cross paths, although it's perpendicular. And those type of people legit crave people like me. They crave them. Because in all actuality, that's why I gotta ask, like, who messaged, like, you to message me? Like, what made you so comfortable to take screenshots of me saying you're going to blast it on social media? Who are you where you feel that comfortable doing something of that manner? Disrespectful, dirty, you know? And some of you don't know. And again, I'm just talking to myself. And so being in that state of awareness, I know that those type of people physically want war with me. Period. A demon could apologize. A demon could apologize. I never knew that apology to be real. I just knew it to be an apology. Your soul could apologize, but your soul does nothing wrong. See what I just said? That's the difference between you and me. I'm not going to apologize for anything I said because I'm on my soul purpose. That person's going to have to do some repentance because they're not on my level. Try me. Again. I bet he won't. I bet I won't get no message from him again, even from that text app. You understand what I'm saying?